Okay, wasting no time. I'm sure that I'll be able to hear the roadworks going on outside, but anyway. What is going on here? Something really weird. Something that happens now means that multiple views are created, or multiple pung gadgets are created. One moment. So what happens when new pung gadget is really called? I think, well, setup is called. New simple button is called. What happens inside new simple button? Am I actually setting up? Set up this. Set color, set text color, text. Like, I don't have to override this surrounding rubbish, do I? Creates this with these things. Sets up this default. Sets the color right. Draws a square, apparently. Draws the text and draws an icon, and it draws those things correctly. This bit just won't do it at all. Game square left, right, width, height, temp, CAV, blend mode alpha. That is just gonna set key. See if without a color it'll be dark grey. Dark grey is a color. I can look at GUI classes, generate defaults, go down and see that there is dark grey, 0.4, 0.4, it's not even that dark, but anyway. So I don't see anything here about how it's duplicating. Set up, set color, text is a new text. And that is the way it works, isn't it? Shouldn't matter, like it wouldn't. Does say text equals new text. Starts off as null. Yeah. That's a very, very pointless thing to do when I can just put font medium in here. What a silly man. And I'm probably doing the same thing everywhere else as well. Oh, whatever. Okay. I'm really, really just so baffled and confused. But okay, let's get back to recursor. Makes this that is just crazy. Just simple button, yeah. Show all button equals simple button. Response. These things kind of work. Update matrix. Show controls. And then it just looks at all this and it either shows or hides. The thing is, I can tell what's happening. Oh man, show controls calls. Well, I hate this. This is really not a way to do it, actually. And I'm going to take off these things for the time being. I'm wondering if that's causing some sort of problem, but I'm baffled as to how it could be. It doesn't look like that. It's not. Yeah. Let's just see. Well, no, still not working. It's still displaying like. Look at that. When it opened the first time. Now it's not doing it. After. Look at that. This one is doing it though. This one has 2 load images. It has 2 load images being drawn. And I know because it's not as dim as this or this. These ones should, like load image and open latest, should be there. Oh, save image. And look at this, these ones have a bar now. Totally in the wrong place. This one's, that disappeared when I clicked this load image. No. And here I click open latest, that button does, oh it does exist. Then load image, woohoo. This, and again, and there's still one there. Oh man, how have I managed to make this go so insane? If material discard, material equals null. Like nothing about this has changed. If there's a material, discard it and nullify the reference. Reset the values if p equals update gadgets. If p equals latest, do this. Showing latest comes on false, but it'll get set to true because when the image viewer is nude, it's nude with latest. And I know it's nude with latest because it comes up with the latest. It hides those, sets this up, aligns its sides, and adds view P. P in this case is going to be latest. It creates a new pung gadget. With that, and that's fine. Kinda. It tells the new pung gadget to load P, which might be nothing. Or might be latest. In this first case, it's latest. It takes the close button and add button and takes their event response. Views add last NPG, that's fine. New pung gadget added to the list of views. Then it arranges the views and returns the pung gadget. How if views empty, self remove. Add response. Equals event kind released on add view. Add response is given to the add button. That kind of seems to work, but it has the same problems. If it's a released on, go through the views. If it's the close button, remove that view. Arrange views. Gadget equals in views, view remove. Yeah, and this is just doing the same thing as it was before. Why? Oh, why? Close button, set event response, close response. Yeah, these are just all the same things. And I don't know. I'm running out of things to think about. I'm finding it difficult even to think about where I should start inserting. Hang on a sec. Pung gadget latest pung. Oh yeah, okay, no, I get it. It's actually when the button is clicked on. God. Pung gadget, yeah. New image viewer, latest. How can that be a problem? It's like there is an empty image viewer. That's what an empty image viewer would look like, just a bare thing. But those buttons don't belong to an image viewer. Those buttons belong to... You know what? I wonder if it's going to make any difference if I turn the debugger on. Is it going to tell me, like, oh, you're doing something idiotic? It's 13 minutes already and I'm just, like, not getting anywhere here because I've done something which I do not understand. I doubt the debugger is going to tell me anything. It probably could if I knew how to use it well. Let me think. New image viewer latest. And all it does is pass that on to the view, which passes it on. Passes into the view. Created all these hidden. This is just right. This is right. Add view P. Response never gets used. Add view. gadget. Nope, still not working. That button shouldn't be here. I was able to click it and it brought up a new one. It's because there's another pung. That's not working, no. Then it's working. For that to be working, there has to be an image viewer. For these things to have no backdrop, I don't know what has to be happening. For a pung gadget to draw, the first thing it draws is a black, opaque all of these buttons, parent, are the pung gadget itself. Oh, I'm so baffled by that. Okay. Right. Like, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to main. And I'm going to feel extra frustrated by my mouse button. And I'm going to make a global, which is called numpg int equals 0. And in the cursor, in new pung gadget, I'm going to say numpg plus equals 1. And in cleanup, I'm going to say numpg minus equals 1. And I think just, well, should I make it every frame? That'll get annoying quite quickly. Maybe I will just make it every frame. Print numpg. So this will be hideous looking. Well, it'll be hideous looking down here. I'll get a great big long list of hopefully zeros. But at least I'll be able to see how many... Oh, who knows what I'll see. We'll soon see what I'll see. That's the number of frames a second. I'm getting 3 frames, eh? Oh, and it's going to slow right down as well. One. Now, okay, you say so. 2, 3, 2, 1. 0. Okay, right, I'm willing to take its word for that, but according to this, there's a whole load of them. Right. Insane. Whoa. How can it be? How can it be that a load of gadgets, like what on earth is it about a simple button? Right, okay, Okay. This, I'm really baffled. And like, okay. Here's what I do. I basically do this again, but make it with my buttons. And I will just... okay. I know. I should never be using the mouse. Just copy that, rem it, stick it in again, and once again say my button. I don't think there's anything which okay. It's purely in the appearance, really, of the buttons. It's nothing about their functioning or calling. I'm going to remember, I'm going to get a lot of zeros printed out. Oh, come along. God, time is absolutely flying by. 20 past midday. It's just started working again. Well, that's a combination of things. Incredibly annoying. And, well, you know, at least something. And I really, really do not know what else to make of it. So all I did was use an extension of my button as opposed to my button. I used this thing called Simple Button, and that made the buttons never be like, what on earth did using Simple Button do to the buttons? It's exactly the same. It must be something obvious. Set up, set color, set text color. These are all exactly the same. And finish resize. Finish resize does the same thing. It's calling my button finish resize. That shouldn't be a problem. Am I replicating some? No, I can't be. There's no color, C color, P color, or text color. I am so baffled. No. I'm really, really so baffled. Like, I think, well, first off, I'm going to take away this. I accept that the number of things is the correct number of things. And I don't need to be told. I won't need to be told here or here. The only difference is going from simple buttons to my buttons, and simple buttons, I swear, seem to work exactly the same. How on earth could this be the thing that is making the difference? I'm going to take this from my button, I'm going to dash down to simple button, and I'm going to stick it in, and I'm going to ram it out. So I do this in a slightly different order. And when I call setup without those border things, they are 0, so really it's like no difference. Icon font color, text, set color and colors doing almost nothing. And this, like, look at it, it's just doing exactly the same. And parent is par. Par, everything the same. Like, what possible difference could it be if, hang on, if I do this setup, like, in between those two things? Insane. I'll do it here. Still no reason. Border size is entirely to do. Right, okay, but now, to bloody put it back, I've got to change all the RAMs. Okay, here's how I go. RAM end. End. RAM. And I... could have done that easier, I realise. Then up here, I will just RAM and end and end and RAM. Now, so going back to making it simple buttons, the difference I have now made is just changing the order of that simple button thing. I absolutely don't believe that that is what has made the difference. I just can't believe it. I find it easier to believe that something has gone wrong in Monkey's brain because I had two things called simple button. But honestly, that is kind of hard to believe as well. There's no real reason that should be the case. And I don't know, we will soon see, I suppose. Well, I don't think this has made any difference anyway. The next thing that I'm going to see is forcing it to recompile everything, I guess. But that's just not. Just ain't it. Yeah, it's gone crazy again. Gone crazy. Yeah, and it's still got this here, nothing here. Those buttons do not work at all. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Here we are in Recursor Main Products Windows. My god. Let's get out Associated. Bloody stick a little temp in here. And into there. God. This is really tedious. I want to put FFmpeg. And I want to put render. And I want to put current. Damn it, none of this is working. What is it I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say I'm going to have to get rid of this folder if I want to test my theory that something has gone seriously wrong with it. But there are some things I want to keep, like current and FFmpeg, main, not main, render. I think that's it. I want to keep current. Is there something else? State I will keep. Then I want to just delete this products thing, I think. Then back in here. God damn it, I'm going to run this and it's not going to work. Yeah, GUI, sure. Now that it's created Windows, I'm going to stick these things in, except... Yeah, okay, fine. You've gone back to what you wanted. I don't really mind. But for what it's worth, I will just take these and pop them back in. And then I'll just compile it again. Now if I'm right, the system should look after itself. And I should be able to open the image viewer. Attempt to vote method on a null instance. Where? Okay, yeah. No, I still have to do here I have to say else update gadgets, update matrix, return. And in here showing the latest flag equals false. Okay, so actually, you know something? After all this, I have to say, if not material, and boy, what a mess. I'm getting really bogged down in this. 1 sec. Right. Yeah, you can close this, I understand. Okay, if it's the latest, try and get the latest. If you got it, okay, I don't need to bother that because I'll check that immediately afterwards. If not material, just get home. Okay, so now I should be able to run it again and it will open okay in theory, in spite of the fact that there's not a valid latest render. You're kidding me. This line here has no bearing on that whatsoever, eh? That's just some incredible... Oh. Right, okay, yeah, no, I get it, I get it. It can open something without a texture. God damn. Okay. Okay, okay, I begin to see what needs to happen here. I'm gonna have to call it a day because that's nearly 40 minutes. Right. I don't want a new materials, I want to load materials. I'd never really thought about this sensibly. I need to load materials so that I can return a null if necessary. Yeah. Okay. Okay, okay. I will repair the material class. I wonder if this has got anything to do. Nah, it would always have been crashing. No, I will repair the material class and continue with this debugging next time.